Hari Om. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Om Namas Chandikaye. We are entering to the last Sadhana of our Upasana. Now we are doing different types of puja, you see. So the entire puja system, why puja? So that we can focus our mind in that Supreme. So the mind is not yet ready to dwell into a state where there is no names and forms. So the puja help us to concentrate, puja help us to rise above. So that's why the entire puja system. So where to do puja? They say Pradhama Pratima Puja. So first stage of puja, because we need something to concentrate, it should be a Pratima. It's a, where there is a mind is fully focused. So there is a idol is kept and then we do the puja. Didiyam pratika muchyate. Once the mind is focused and trained, afterward just a symbol is enough. Didiyam pratika muchyate. Tritiyam pranavamityahu. Once the mind is more focused, then Omkara is enough. Atmetyahus chaturthakam. Once a mind is trained in Omkara, with Omkara, then the mind will be able to concentrate on Atma. So that's the different stages of Upasana. Starting from a Pratima, then to a Pratika. Pratika, a symbol. From symbol to Omkara, Pranava. From Pranava to Atma. Okay. So the Puja Paddhati is not, against Advaita Chinta or Advaita Siddhanta, etc. Because you will see that Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya himself was the one who established so many temples in different parts of India. The one who, recreated or the entire puja system, everything, in all Bhagavan's Matha, Sringeri, Puri, Dwaraka, in all those pidhas, there are daily puja. The Shankaracharya, whoever is the pidhadipati, is supposed to do daily puja of Bhagavan and Sri Chakra. So this worship of Jagadamba is in accordance with the Advaitic tradition also. Sometimes, people get different ideas. So one is the philosophy, another is the application. That's why I said we read Tantra. Okay. So what is Tantra of Puja? What is the application? How the philosophy? You see, according to Vedantic tradition, this entire universe is created by 5 elements. Okay. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Prithvi. They are known as the 5 basic elements. Okay. And this entire universe is created with that 5 elements. This is known as Vikasa. This is the expansion of creation. Now in the puja, what we do is rededicating all that back. So because of the creation, expansion happened, duality happened. I and you and he and she and that all came because of the expansion. Now, during puja, what we do, we are offering it back to the Lord. Tera tujko arpan. Everything back to the Lord. So when we are, if you see the entire puja, we do a lot of things, but the entire puja is basically 5 things. They are Jala, water, Gandha, Chandana, sandalwood paste, Gandha, Pushpa, flowers, Dhupa, Dhupa is incense stick, Deepa is fire, and then of course Naivedya, and after Naivedya there is Arati. So this is what basically we do. Jala, Gandha, Pushpa, Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya. That is the entire puja. Now, what do you mean by this? See, when we are offering Jala back to the Lord, we are offering the entire Jala Tattva to Him. See, whether it is our body, whether it is our mind, whether it is our buddhi, whether this entire universe is made up of these 5 elements. And in puja, we are returning all these 5 elements back to the Lord. Okay? So when we are offering jala in different ways, padya, arghya, achamaniyam, snanam, the entire jala tattva is given back. You know, in our body also more than 70% is water. So that everything is back. That's why so much of water is given back to Him, to the Lord. So jala is given. And when we apply chandan, then gandha, the entire prithvi tattva is offered back. The earth element is represented by the gandha, and that is offered back. Then pushpam, when we are offering the flowers, what we are doing is the akasha tattva, the space element is offered back to the Lord. Okay? And when we are showing dhupa, incense, when we are doing dhupa to the Lord, the vayu tattva is offered back. And then when we show the deepa, agni tattva is offered back. See? So this entire universe is created of 5 elements: the space, the air, the fire, the water, and the earth. All these 5 elements are offered back to the Lord during the puja. Okay? So our body, our mind, our intellect, everything is offered back. Now what is there that which separates us from the truth? That is our ego. Ahamkara, I-ness. Okay? So that Ahamkara is offered as Naivedya. That's why we have 2 words for Naivedya. One is Naivedya, another is Prasad. Okay? So any food which we are bringing to offer to the Lord is known as Naivedya. Once it is offered, then we don't call it Naivedya, we call it Prasad. Why? Because that food represents our ego, our Ahamkara, I-ness. I am a jiva, I am a limited being, I am a individual soul. That Ahamkara is that which we really offer. So, when we offer that Naivedya, the Lord, that's why, so Nisheshena Vedayati iti Naivedya. Total surrender of our ego is Naivedya. Once we are able to surrender our ego at the lotus feet of God, then Bhagavan accept it and bless it. So, instead of I am the body, I am a jiva, I am a limited being, I am sick, I am happy, I am good, I am bad, all that goes under Aham Brahmasmi, I am that supreme consciousness. That realization comes. And that's why it is known as Prasadam. Prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasyopajayade prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi padyavasishtati. What is prasada? Prasada is prakashena sadayati. That which completes, that which fulfills. Our entire ego, which is limited, is rededicated to the lotus feet of the Lord, and then our ego, which is very subtle, very, limited, that is offered back to the Lord, and all limits are gone. We are no more a limited being, we become one with the Supreme. So that's the tattva of Naivedya. When Naivedya is done, then what is there? Once our ego is gone, then there is only happiness. That's why after Naivedya Puja, there is, Vadya, Gita, Rajopachara, and then, so this all shows Anandam. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan, Nabibhedi Kadachanedi. So that unlimited Ananda is expressed through the entire, after Naivedya process of festivities. Then, everything ends with the Arati. Aratrika is the light of the consciousness. Okay? that Aratrika represents the light of consciousness. So when our all ego is gone, when the heart is filled with the unlimited, unconditioned bliss, then what is there? That light of jnanam, the light of consciousness is there. That light of consciousness is shown as the consciousness, as the deepa, as the arati. Okay, so the entire puja is actually philosophy in practice. That's why it's known as tantra. Tantra means practical application. So that's what we were doing all these days. Now also we'll be doing 2-3 days. So here in Navaratri, we do the puja on different stages or on different symbols. Of course, we have a murti. We do puja for the idol of Jagadamba in different forms, as Saraswati, as Lakshmi, as Durga, as Rajarajeshwari, as that is known as the murti pujana. Okay. Then second level is symbols. You might have seen, night etc. We do archana to the Sri Chakra and then Maha Medu. That is known as symbols. Didiyam pratika muchyate. It is the symbol of goddess. First is Pradamam Pratima. Second is symbol. Now, little more subtle symbol is the Ghada. We have kept remember the first day we kept a Ghada and filled with water, and the entire, the Jagadamba is invoked, all the universe is invoked into it. So that Ghada represents this entire universe, along with the Jagadamba. So, that is the third level of worship. Fourth level is known as Palika. You might have seen, all side of the Gada there are, we have done, we have put the seeds. Now they are all like a small plants. So that represents the life force, prana. So, those prana, the entire universe has the pranic existence. That is known as Palika. Palika, where the growth is there. The living nature which is present there. Okay. So after the Palika, then comes a level where Sajiva Murti. So we started with a Murti, then a Pratika, a symbol, and then a Ghada, and then Palika. There's one more known as Deepa. So Deepa, that light. There is a Akhanda Jyoti. We keep it unbroken. That Akhanda Jyoti is also a symbol of, the consciousness that is there. And there is sixth one known as Ghadga. A sword is also kept as the worship of Jagadamba, which shows the Kriya. Ghadga represents the power of action. That's also there. Now comes the next stage, known as Ashtamam, the eighth, known as Sajiva Murti, where we worship Jagadamba in person. Jagadamba is not only worshipped through the idols and symbols, we can worship Jagadamba in person. So tomorrow we are going to do that. So tomorrow is a very, very important day for our sadhana. Tomorrow we will be doing the two special pujas. Of course, morning there will be Utthana and Saraswati Puja, all will be there. But then after that, there will be a very special puja where Jagadamba is worshipped in person. So tomorrow we will do Jagadamba's puja as Navakumari Puja, Navakanya Puja, Kumari Puja or Kanya Puja. Children below the 9 years, we will select them and will worship them how we worship Jagadamba in all the ceremonial way. So we will, we'll decorate them, we will keep them in the pidham according to their size, etc. And then we invoke Jagadamba into them. Okay. So, this is known as the Kumari Puja. Okay. So first there are 9, as I said, 9 forms of Devi will be invoked into small girls who are below 9 years old. First one is known as first Devi. This is known as Kumari. Her name is Kumari. So we will invoke her, Kumari, and then we will worship her. And second girl is known as Tripura. Okay, so we will worship Jagadambika as Tripura in the second. Trigunam Trigunadharam Trimargajnanadayinim Trailokya Devim Tripuram Pujayamyaham. So the second is Tripura. Devi's name is Tripura. She is the Trigunadhara, Trimargajnanadayini, one who gives the Jnanam, Trailokya Devi. That is the second form of Devi. Third is known as Kalyani. The third form of Jagadamba, whom we will worship tomorrow, the third girl, she is known as Kalyani. Kalatmikam Kalatitam Karunya Hrudayam Shivam Kalyani Jananim Nityam Kalyanim Pujayamyaham. So we will worship Kalyani, one who is the Kalatmika and Kalatita, one who is manifested and unmanifested. Okay, the third form is Kalyani. So when you are doing Namaskara tomorrow, you can write down, and you do Namaskar, do like Om Kumari Namaha. So when you do prostrations to the first Devata, first girl, in mind we chant Kumari Namaha. Second is Tripurayai Namaha. Third is Kalyanyai Namaha. Now, then comes the fourth one, known as Rohini. The fourth girl is known as Rohini. Who is Rohini? Mantrakshaраmayim Devim Matrinam Rupadharinim Navadurgatmikam Sakshat Kanyamavahi. So Devi Animadigunadharam Akaradyaksharatmikam Ananda Shaktikam Lakshmim Rohinim Pujayamyaham. So third one is Rohini. Who is Rohini? Rohini is Mantramayi. See, we are doing all mantras, etc. No? So all mantras are made up of syllables. And Rohini is the manifested form of all the mantras of this universe. Okay, so when you do Namaskar to Rohini, remember that all mantras, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, whatever mantra we are chanting, they are all personified in front of us as the Rohini. Then comes, after Rohini, the next form is known as Kalika. Okay, Kalika atava Kamini. Two names are there for Devi. So she is the Kalika. Kamacharim Shubham Kantam Kalachakraswarupinim. Who is this Kalika? Kalika is the representation of the Kala Chakra, the time principle. Time principle itself is represented as Kalika. So when we are doing Namaskara to fifth Devata, we are actually offering our Namaskara to Kala Chakra itself. Then, next is sixth Devata is known as Chandika. Who is Chandika? Chandaviram Chandamayam Chandamunda Prabhanjinim Pujayami Sada Devim Chandikam Chandavikramam. Chandika is one who destroyed Chanda and Munda. What is Chanda and Munda? Oh, that we also know. What is Chanda and Munda? Of course, they are two asuras, yes. Chanda and Munda are two asuras. Chanda and Munda actually represent two types of vritti in our mind. Our mind always, whatever we do, whether we are doing or whether we are not doing, everything is based on our thoughts. Okay, the thoughts are of two types, to do or not to do. Karna or nahi karna. Itna hi hai. Whatever exists in this universe is only because of two thoughts. Ye karna chahiye, this has to be done, or I should not do this. So, everything in this universe, you think everything is coming from these two thought flow, known as Kriya and Akriya. Chanda and Munda represents these two thought waves. Now, action and inaction. So, who is Chandika? Chandika, as long as we are trapped in these two, so long we are Jiva. Because we will do karma or we will not do karma, both will create vasanas. How? If I do not do karma, how it will create vasana? You are studying in school, and if you are not done homework, also you will be punished. So, if you, how can you punish for something which I have not done? Yeah, like this, like you are supposed to worship Bhagavan, you are supposed to do Pancha Kriyas, Pancha Yajnas, Bhuta Yajna, Nri Yajna, Pitra Yajna, Rishi Yajna and Deva Yajna. These are supposed to be done. If you do not do, that also will create Papa. So, when we do something also, when we do not do, so these are the two vasanas which are there in us, known as Chanda and Munda. When we go beyond, then only we reside in the truth. So that is known as Chandika. Okay. So that is the sixth form of Jagadamba. Tomorrow we will worship. Next is known as Shambhavi, adava Shankari. No, Sadanandakarim Shantam Sarvadeva Namaskritam Sarvabhutatmikam Lakshmim Shambhavim Pujayamyaham. So next is Shambhavi. Shambhavi, the one who is there. See, once you go beyond Chanda and Munda, then what is there? Shanti is there. So Jagadamba, the embodiment of peace and tranquility is known as Shambhavi, adava Shankari. That is the seventh form of Jagadamba. Then comes eighth one, known as Durga. The eighth Devi is known as Durga. Durga me sustare kaidye bhavadukkan vinashini pujayami sada bhaktya Durgam Durgartinashini. So, when we enter into the eighth form, what are we doing? We are destroying, we are going beyond the Bhavadukka Vinashini. All the dukkha, all the troubles, all the problems of the samsara is crossed over as we worship Durga. Then comes the ninth form known as Subhadra. The ninth form of Kanya, tomorrow we will worship, is known as Subhadra. Who is Subhadra? Sundaram Swarnavarnabha Sukha Saubhagyadayini Subhadra Jananim Devim Subhadram Pujayamyaham. Subhadra represents Paramatma. So when we cross over the Bhavasagara, then what is there? Then there is only Bhadram. There is only auspiciousness, the ultimate goal of our life. So that is the Subhadra. Now Swarnavarna, that's what we call as Kula Kundalini, what we call as the Sahasrara Padma. So where the Jagadamba is shining forth, that is the ultimate goal known as Subhadra, Paramatma Surupini. So these are the 9 girls which we are going to worship. Okay. So tomorrow by 10 o'clock we will start the this particular Upasana. So we will welcome all of them from the Illam, and then we will be, so you have seen outside we have made the Yagashala. So there we will be, we will welcome them, they will be seated there, and then I will do the ceremonial worship of this Navadurgas. Okay, all of you should be there chanting Mantra Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundai Viche. So in mind, feel that these are not some girls, they are actually the 9 forms of Jagadamba herself. Okay, once the puja, ceremonial puja is over, then we will do the arati, etc. Then all of you should go and take their blessings. Okay, offer something, if you can offer something to them, that is because, think about it, Jagadamba is seated in the form itself. So if you can offer some dakshina, whatever. See, it's not about money or things, but our, they say, Dikta hastena nayayat, Rajanam Daivatam Guru. When we approach a Raja, the king, Daivatam, Ishvara, and Guru, we should not go empty-handed. So we go near them, nothing is there, take a flower, something, offer it to their lotus feet and feel that they are really Jagadamba manifested to bless all of us. Okay, so that's what we are going to do, the first half. Then there is, so they will be facing eastern side. In the Yagashala, the girls will be seated. And there will be two boys also. One is Ganesha, another is Bhairava. No, Batuka Bhairava. So they are the protectors of Navakanyakas. So Ganesha, small two boys also will be there representing Ganesha and Batuka Bhairava. So that also we do namaskar to them also. Then comes the other side. So the girls are facing east, and the other side of the Yajnashala, there will be 9 married women, okay, known as the Sakshal Sumangali Puja. So one form as small children, Jagadamba also manifests as Sumangali. All, Striya Samasta Sakala Jagatsu. All women are manifestation of Jagadamba. But then in Sumangali Avastha, that's also a very blessed form. So we worship the Sumangalis at the other side. After the Navakanya Puja is done, then Sumangalis also will be worshipped the other side. So once you finish Navakanya Namaskara, then we should do Namaskara to Sumangalis also. So that is tomorrow's program. So tomorrow is our, of course, pujas, everything will be there, but this is a special, Ashtami, we worship Navakanyaka and Navakumari. Okay, and then we will continue the puja, everything, the night also there will be puja. And tomorrow night is the last Ratri Puja. So day after tomorrow puja will be there, but tomorrow night is Navami. Today night is Ashtami, tomorrow night is Navami. So tomorrow will be the last, Sri Chakra Puja, etc. will be performed day after tomorrow, not tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night will be the in Navaratri's last Ratri Puja. Please, first night also there will be puja, but that will be only for Saraswati. Okay, so today onwards, now Saraswati Devi also will come. So today, if you want to offer, we have a system that from Ashtami evening, Saraswati Devi also will be seated in the Sadas. So we keep our book, etc. for puja, Pustaka Pujana. So if you want to offer any book, to Jagadamba, don't bring big books. Take a small book, cover it with some cloth, okay, and then write your name and then give it when you come for the Lalita Sahasranama Japa. Okay, before also you can give. So take a small book, some book if you have, otherwise you can purchase a book from our book stall and then cover it with a cloth and write your name. And that we will keep under the Jagadamba, Shri Maha Saraswati. So we will perform the Pustaka Puja along with Saraswati Puja tonight onwards. So tonight, tomorrow 2 pujas, so and day after tomorrow 2 pujas, and then on Vijaya Dashami day we will do the Pustaka, we will do Vidyarambham, and the books will be given back to you. Okay, so that is also something has to be remembered, to get a book, cover it, write your name and then give it there by 5. When you come for the Lalita Sahasranama Japa, at least before also you can keep it, but at least that time, then we can arrange everything nicely. Okay. So that also will be happening. So tomorrow morning, today everything is just the way. Tomorrow morning, as usual, 6 o'clock we will have Utthapanam, then 7 o'clock we will do the Saraswati Puja, etc. We will do it little faster tomorrow because then we have to arrange for the Navakanya Puja. and 10 o'clock we'll start Navakanya Puja. After Navakanya Puja is over, Sumangali Puja, our Sumangali Puja, then we will do a Samkshipta Lakshmi Pujanam also. So, after Lakshmi Pujanam, then tomorrow's morning session will be over. Evening, the same way, Lalita Sahasranam, everything. Night, there will be puja also. But tomorrow night also, tomorrow night is also, we have to, make our singing and dancing, etc. little short, because Devi has to go to sleep little early so that she can wake up very early next day. So, Ashtami clear? Okay. Now comes the Mahanavami. Mahanavami is going to be the day. So, Mahanavami day, we do Chandika Havan, Maha Chandika Havan. Okay. So, what are we going to do in Maha Chandika Havan? Morning, now Jagadamba is waking up 6 o'clock. That day she will wake up 5 o'clock. Okay. So, 5 o'clock there will be Utthanam, and then there will be Suprabha and the morning things, etc. And then we have to do the puja. Okay. So, we have to do Ganesha Puja, Panchayatana Puja, and Durga Puja, Saraswati Puja, and Mahalakshmi Puja, because afternoon we will not get time to do puja. So, Mahalakshmi Puja also has to be completed in the morning. So, some Kshipta Puja we will do for all the Devatas. In the Tekini itself, in the shrine itself where we are, Jagadamba is there, but all the pujas will be completed first. After that, there will be, a procession. Okay. So, we will request them to keep some tea, etc. for you. So, once this puja is over, by 6 o'clock, if they can give us some tea, etc., you can have some tea, and then maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes break, then we will do procession. Jagadamba will be taken from the Tekini to Yagashala. Okay, we will take Jagadamba to the Yagashala, and in that Yagashala we will keep Jagadamba, and there are a lot of other Devatas to be invoked. So, that is why it is known as Maha Chandika Homa. In Chandika Homa, you can just chant Om Aim Hring Kling Chamundai Vichya and then do offering also, Chandika. But this is known as Maha Chandika, where different Devatas will be offered, will be invoked. Okay. So, we will there invoke Ganesha, Shodasha Matrika, Varuna, Navagraha, Kshetrapala, Abhyankara, Vastu Devata, Trambaka Rudra, and Nakshatra Devata. 9 Devatas will be invoked on Kalasham in the Vedika. Simple puja will be offered to all of them, and their grace and blessings are needed, because when we invoke the Chandika, along with Chandika, all Kali, Kuli, all of them will also come. So, there should be police there to take care of all this. They are not negative, they are very powerful Shaktis. So, in order to manage them, we need all these Devatas there at the right place, so that everything is under control. Otherwise, what happened in Kadur will happen. So, it should not happen. So, we are taking care of that Devatas. What happened in Kadur? Nothing happened. Okay. So, when you go back, then you will come to know. Then comes Gandhadi Kalash, that Devata. Then comes Saptashati Yantra Puja. So, a yantra will be drawn with the natural colors, etc. Into that yantra, we will worship. There's a particular worship of Saptashati, for like Navavarana. We are doing Navavarana. So, a different type of Navavarana Puja will be done to that Saptashati yantra. After that, one girl will be worshipped, known as Kulakumadika. This is the Maha Chandika. So, before we actually invoke Jagadamba into the fire, we will worship Jagadamba in the form of a small girl. Okay. So, we will do Kulakumadika Pujanam then. After Kulakumadika Pujanam, there will be Mahasankalpa. Then there will be the Purvanga Parayana. There is Kavacham, Margalam, Kilakam, Navarna Nyasam, Saptasadi Nyasam, Matrika Nyasam, these all will be performed. After this also, we will have a small break. Want to, 10-15 minutes just to get run and then come back. Because then once the Agni comes, then we cannot leave the place. So before that, you can take a break, go back and then come fast back. Okay. Then comes the Havana Prarambha. We will, Purvanga Puja will be done. We will invoke the Devatas, etc. And then Agni Stapana. We will invoke the fire, and then there are Havana, Samanya Havana. Samanya Havana means the different Devatas will be given Ahutis. Then Navarana, we chant No Maim Hring Klin Chamundai, we say. With that mantra, 108 Ahutis will be offered to Mother. Then comes Pradhana Homa. So in Chandika Homa, we start the Chandika Homa's mantra is actually Navarana mantra. Okay, Om Aim Hring Klin Chamundai, we say. But along with them, we chant the 700 mantras of Durga Saptasati. So, if you have a Durga Saptasati with you, Devi Mahatmyam book with you, please bring it. So that when we are chanting all these mantras, you can also, join chanting those mantras. Okay. So, how do we do that? For each Adhyaya, there are 13 chapters in Durga Saptasati. For each Adhyaya, there is different Devata. Okay. So, that Devata will be invoked into the fire. And we will invoke them, we will meditate upon that Devata, we will invoke that Devata, and then we will offer Panchopachara Puja to those Devata, and then with Durga Saptasati, with Navakshari. So, each mantra, when we chant, we should chant the mantra and then add Durga Saptasati. Add Navakshari. For example, Rishiruvacha, Om Aim Hring Klin Chamundai, Viche, Swaha. So, we are offering Swaha with Navakshari. So, each mantra will be Sampudam, which will be added with Navakshari mantra. Okay, mantra, okay, not the sloka. Because the mantras are little different. So, sometimes it will be Ardha mantra, Purna mantra, okay, will be there. Okay, Om Namastasya. Each Namastasya is a Ghanda mantra. No? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Rupena Samstita Namastasya Om Aim Hring Klin Chamundai Viche Swaha Namastasya Om Aim Hring Klin Chamundai Viche Swaha Namastasya Namo Namaha Om Aim Hring. So that's why, so each of them are 3 mantras. One is Ghanda mantras. That's how it becomes 700 mantras together. Okay, so like that, with each mantra, we will add one Navakshari and will offer to Maha. Then, so that once that is over, another thing you have to be careful with, how many of you have Durga Saptasati with you? Have brought Durga Saptasati with you? So, see, when you add and when you chant this, no? So, in each chapter ends, for example, Pradama chapter ends with Idi Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvandre Devi Mahatme Madhukaidabhavado Nama Pradhamodhyaya. Okay, so Idi Sri Markandeya Purane, that's how it is. But we will not say Vadha Adhyaya. So when we are doing it, offering, using it for Durga Saptasati, Maha Chandika Homa, it will be like this. Idi Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvandre Devi Mahatme Pradhamaha. Wherever there is a Vadha comes, that we will not chant. Okay? Wherever Vadha, that word comes, no? Like Madhukaidabhavado Nama, that will not be chanted. Idi Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvandre Devi Mahatme Pradhamaha. Adhyaya also will not say. So when I'm just telling, if you are reading it, we should read in that way. Okay? So once that is over, again we will invoke Jagadamba and we'll do the puja for that, that Devata, and then we will do the Purnahuti. For each Adhyaya, there will be a Purnahuti. Because as I said, each Adhyaya there is a Devata. So for them, there will be a Purnahuti again offered, and then there will be Karpura Arati and Jai Jayakara, etc. So we'll complete like that all the 11 chapters. So for each chapter, there are ahutis are there, in that Mahahutis are there, and then Purnahutis are there. So there are different things to be offered and all that. Okay, so you don't worry, that's all will be arranged. Okay, so then after that Pradhana Homa, then Mahavyahriti Jayadi Homa, etc. will be there. Conclusion of that homas will be there. Then there will be Bali. Oh, nothing will be killed or anything. We are offering. Bali means actually offering. Okay, nothing to do with killing and all that. So we will offer for the Sadikpalakas and Graha Devatas, Gaudiyadi Matrika, Kshetrapala, and then Kushmanda Bali. We will offer Bali to all of them, and there will be a small break after this, because once the Bali is done, then the person who is doing that has to take bath. Then only he can continue the puja. So there will be a 10 minutes break. That time also you can drink water and then you can whatever you want to do. But then that time we should actually do japa, puja, what you call Rajopachara, Vadya, Gita, because Jagadamba is there still in the fire. So we should entertain her. Okay. So after Bali, there is a break. Then comes the Uttara Puja. First we will do puja for Ganesha Adi Devata, and then there will be Nakshatra, Navakshi, Tarpanam, Marjanam, Prokshanam, etc. Then Lalita Shodashopachara Puja in the fire and Rajopachara. Okay. After Rajopachara, Mahapurnahuti. We will offer the Mahapurnahuti of the Chandika Homa. Purnahuti will be done. After Mahapurnahuti, then Yajna Samarpanam and Visarjana Puja. So that's what we are going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Okay. So we start from 5 o'clock, but you can join. It will go up to at least 12, 12:30. Only we will be able to finish by, Then, as I was telling, Navami ends day after tomorrow. So whoever has taken any, who are fasting, etc., after this Purnahuti is over, after the Mahanavami, this thing is over, then you should take little prasad. It concludes your, fasting. Little prasad which is offered to Jagadamba has to be taken. Then we will do the Udvasanam of Kalasha. Because Navami is not there in the night, so we have to send her off, So the Kalasha Utthapanam, Devi will be there, Saraswati still will be there, but that Kalasha which we have invoked, that Kalasha Uthapana will be done. We'll take the Kalasha and do the Uthapanam, and afterwards you can take little rest. Then evening again we will have puja, 6 o'clock puja, but there will be Saraswati Puja, and then we will have some, you want to sing and chant or dance and all that, we will have a nice Vishesha Rajopacharam, everything on second night. Third morning, again 6 o'clock we will start, and then we will have Saraswati Puja at 7 o'clock and Vidyarambha Puja. We will start the Vidyarambham, and then by 8:39 our Vidyarambha Puja also will be concluded. Okay. After that, you should have your breakfast, don't go away, okay. Then we will have 10 or 10:30, we'll meet again, all of us, like our conclusion of the camp, and then we will give you prasad also. Okay, for each one of you, we will give the prasad of Jagadamba, so that will be our camp. So by 10:30, if we start by 11:30 or so, we can conclude. Then after lunch, we will go back to come back. Punaragamanaya. So that is on second afternoon. So our camp gets over by second afternoon, after lunch. Okay, so that is the program. Now, how can we participate? As I said, one thing is in Navakanya Puja, Sumangali Puja, etc. We can offer something. You can actually become a Yajaman. Yajaman in the sense, you can give your name to the office, so that when we do the Sankalpa, we can take the Sankalpa. Or after the puja is over, we can personally go and then give some gifts if you want to give, or some Dakshina or Namaskar, one flower, that is also possible. And then we have the Chandika Homa. In Chandika Homa also, if you want to participate there are different types of Yajamans. Like there is Mukhya Yajaman, you can be there for the entire Havana, or Charita Yajamana, means each Charitam you can be there as one who can offer, or a contribution, whatever you want to do. And the end, all of you will be given ahutis. Okay, so all of us can come and then offer the ahutis to Jagadamba also. So this is all possible. So let us get ready for this entire, greatest worship of Jagadamba. May Mother reside in our heart and bless all of us. So today, now we'll just do one little practice of this. We started the, Brahma Stuti. So we'll chant Brahma Stuti with Navarnava mantra. So we'll get how it is done. Okay. So like page number, that is there with you as mantra, not as shloka. So with each mantra, we have to chant Navakshari. Please listen to me one, then we can chant together. Brahmo vacha Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Please repeat. Tvam Swaha, Tvam Swada, Tvam Hiva Shatkara Swaratmika. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye. The rest we will chant together. Sudhatvam akshare nitye tridha matratmika stita ardha matra stita nitya yanucharya visheshataha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Tvameva sandhya savitri tvam devi janani para Tvayaitat dharyate vishwam Tvayaitat srijyate jagad. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Tvayaitat palyate devi Tvamatsyande cha sarvada. Visrishtau srishti rupa Tvam sthiti rupa cha palane. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Tadha samhridi rupande jagadosya jaganmaye. Mahavidya Mahamaya Mahamedha Mahasmritihi. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Mahamoha cha bhavati Mahadevi Mahasuri. Prakritistvam cha sarvasya gunatraya vibhavini. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Kalaratrir Maharatrir Moharatrischa Daruna. Tvam Shri Swamishwari Tvam Hri Tvam Buddhir Bodhalakshana. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Lajja Pushtistada Tushti Tvam Shandikshandirevacha. Khadgini Shulini Ghora Gadini Chakrini Tada. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Shankhini Chapini Bana Bhushundi Parighayuta. Saumya Saumyatara Shesha Saumebhyastvadi Sundari. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Paraparanam Parama Tvameva Parameshwari. Yacha Kinchit Kochid Vastu Sadasadvaghilatmike. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Tasya sarvasya ya Shakti Satvam kim stuyase tada. Yaya tvaya jagat srashta jagat patyatyo jagat. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Sopi nidravasham nita kastvam stotumiheshwarah. Vishnu sharira grahanam Ahamisana evacha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Karitaste yatotastvam kastotum shaktiman bhavet. Sattvamitham prabhavai svai udareir devi samstuta. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Mohayaitau duradarsha vasurau madhukaitabhau. Prabodham cha jagat swami niyata machyuto laghu. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Bodhascha kriyatamasya hantu metau mahasurau. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. So like this will be the entire Devi Mahatmya. We will be chanting each mantra and then we will offer ahutis chanting the Navakshari mantra. Okay. So if you have Durga Saptashati with you, you can bring that. See, if you don't have, it is available in online also. Okay. Some of you can, if you wish to read that, it's also possible. Only thing is, download that which is of Gita Press, because Durga Saptashati there are different variations. Okay, so we will be following the Durga Press, that version. Okay, Durga Press, Gita Press version. Okay, so Gita Press version we will be following, because otherwise, there are, as I was telling in Kerala, we have Durga Saptashati where there are 700 mantras. Somebody has added in and made it Purnam. 700 mantras are there. So we will be following this Durga Saptashati, which is actually followed all over the world nowadays. But I'm just telling you, otherwise when you are reading, there will be some extra mantras. Some mantras are not there. That always will happen. So in order to make it uniform, we will follow this Gita Press pattern. Okay. So that is what happening. So, but then that is also not that this book is there. So all the 4 Shrutis are with you. That we will. That's the most important part of it. That also we will. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.